Hey friends, so today I just thought I'll take you along with a little day in the life. So we're going to go to Harris Scarves, I want to go to the garden centre. I might even pop back into Kmart because there was a couple of Christmassy things in Kmart that I saw yesterday when I was doing window shopping, just to see like an idea of what's out there and seeing what I want. So yeah, we might go back to Kmart, we'll just see how we feel with that. But we're definitely going to Harris Scarves and the garden centre. Garden centre, I want to get some jalapeno chilies and some more corn seeds and get those both in the ground today. And Harris Scarves, just looking for like a picture. I got this vision in my head, but I'm having troubles finding it. But there's just things in the kitchen, it's too cluttered, it's too outdated for my liking, and it's just driving me crazy. So we're gonna work on that. And then for dinner, we're also going to be making some zucchini meatballs. So I'm going to get like a massive 3-kilo batch of it. So we have some for dinner and a shit ton of meatballs in the freezer. So we'll get that done prepared too. But for now, we'll just go and have a look at the shops.
Alright, so starting off with some Christmas shopping. Well, not actually Christmas shopping, but like Christmas decor shopping a little bit. And doing the little areas in my kitchen that I just want to revamp and redo. So here we are in Harris Scarves. And let me tell you, the quality of these products compared to Kmart, they have some similar products like those Father Christmases and the Nutcrackers. The quality here is so much nicer than Kmart. That's kind of an obvious, I feel like, especially the price does show that. But I think I'm at that age now where I think I'm liking more to spend a little bit more money, investing a little bit more money, and get nicer quality products. But I'm just looking, not just this whole Christmas section. Christmas just caught my eye, and the things I am doing in my kitchen. So we're working on like my utensil area with the salt and pepper, as well as like a little coffee station. There's so many different stations and things. I want to change up so much in my house. I've had the same decor, which is very minimal. I am definitely a minimalist when it comes to decor, and things have just cluttered up completely, and I'm just hating the clutter, and it's just driving me crazy. So we're just going to work in little sections. It's so easy to get sidetracked and to buy things, but I kept reminding myself like stay focused, like mugs. I really want just regular new mugs. I just need a whole new dinner set. I'm still undecided if I want it to be a full set or do individual pieces, like different plates. Well, it'll be the same plates but with different bowls and then different mugs, but that still will go nice together. But a picture right here is something that we are after. This is on our list to get, one of the main things, and I want this to hold our utensils. And I love this except for the color of the handle. That color is just too light. If it was a deeper green like the leaf accents in this painting of the picture of the magnolia flowers, if that deeper green was a handle, perfect, absolutely perfect. I would just checked if they did even have any in stock, which they did, and I was definitely thinking about it, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so here we are, placemats. My idea was to have a placemat under the coffee station and or a placemat under the utensil. So right now what I have is a wooden board under the utensils, and I do like having something under it, but I'm also like, again, is that just adding to the clutter? And the board I have now is quite thick, so I thought maybe we'll just go with a placemat. Something not just wood, because the utensils I use, I do enjoy my wooden utensils. I do want to upgrade those as well, my utensils, but I definitely do want to stay wooden with the utensils, so I'm like, maybe just a placemat. Here we have some aprons. An apron is also something I've been wanting for a very long time now. They have really cool different patterns and colors. I like minimal and just basic colors, which I did find some, and I was very tempted in grabbing one. I think it's these ones here. I was going to get the darker navy blue color, but again, I just had to remind myself to stay focused. Although that is something I want, that's not what I'm here for this day, but it was still fun to look around, and it's nice to know that they do actually have them, and they have heaps in stock. And the price wasn't too bad either, especially that sale. I might actually just realize that sale price right now. Maybe I should have grabbed one, but never mind. I still looked at the chopping boards. I thought maybe a chopping board behind the utensils. When we go off to Kmart, which would be a little like that'd be the next shop I think we go to, I will talk over my idea with them because I kind of demonstrated things in the store. But also my idea was round. I kind of demonstrating it here, having it like up against the backsplash, like the back tiles, and then having the utensils in front of it. It was just an idea, but then I was also like, is the wooden utensils and the wooden board going to clash? I'm not too sure. So it was just a lot of things with my vision and just trying to figure out if it will come to life, and it's kind of hard to do, but it's also fun to do. Here I'm just looking at all sorts of things. Like, they're cute, these little espresso cups, but my goodness, $50 for that one tiny thing. Like, it's not even the set, I don't think. I think they're selling individual. So some things it's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, we're just looking around the store. I have not been window shopping or really any furniture decor shopping in a very long time. They are these honeycomb canisters. I was actually tempted for this. I like the honeycomb design. Not a fan of the yellow, and these are reduced because they're missing the lid. Again, I'll just be using utensils. I wouldn't need the lid, so in that situation it's perfect. I also loved this oil canister. I don't know what you call that. I do need a new oil canister. That is on my list today to get. I didn't end up getting one. I think that's the only oil thing that I end up coming across, to be honest. But I'm also thinking about doing gold accents, so that was why I kind of stopped there. But I did love that colour. Alright, so the next stop is now our local garden nursery. So yeah, Kmart must have been the next shop, but I remembered at a different day when I came here, they had this exact jug, and on this day they had this clearance section, which this is where it is now, on clearance, and then they had half price of clearance items. So I was like, I wonder if they still have that jug in the clearance, which they do. But now comparing the quality again, I mean, it's still a beautiful jug, don't get me wrong, but having it indoors for the utensils, it just, I don't know, wasn't it. They had this chicken though, I remember as well. They had $77 was regular retail price, but they had a few of these different chickens and some sitting down and things like that, and I was like, I wonder if that's still there now that it's half price of the clearance. So it was $77, clearance for $30, and then half price of that. So that last chicken definitely is coming home with me. That was not on my list, but I don't know. I've been wanting to be a chicken mama since last year, I believe, and next year is most likely going to be the year that I'm gonna be a chicken mama. So I also got some corn seeds. That was on my list, and the other thing on my list is jalapeno plants, because my chilies and jalapenos. So I got cayenne chili and jalapeno plants at the moment, and they are thriving and fruiting. My capsicums, I have got a few different varieties of capsicums, and they are struggling. They are struggling. So I thought we will get more of what's going well and get hopefully bigger crop and focus on that for this year, and maybe next year we can stock up the freezer and try again with capsicums. So I'm not too sure why the capsicums are struggling. My dad grew them last year and went fantastic, and this year he's struggling as well. So I don't know if it's like the area or if we're doing something wrong. I'm not too sure, but yeah, they're just something that was struggling in the garden with both of us. So I thought, stop focusing on that as much. I would have preferred more capsicums over chilies. I'm now decided to do chilies over the capsicum. But of course, I was just having a look at everything, and all of these tomatoes on these plants is just incredible. I love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, there's lots of different tomatoes. This is the tomato plant we have growing in my garden. I have one of those, the Greasy Lizzie. I don't even know how to pronounce that right. And that is thriving. That is so big, and I'm harvesting so many tomatoes of it. It is so fun. What else? Oh, they just have, like, each time I come here as well, there's all different varieties. So this pink, I don't even know what that said, but look how funny that tomato looks. It's so tall, and a tomato right on top. I to be honest, I was tempted purely because I thought that tomato was just so interesting. I was very tempted for that plant, but I didn't. I stayed focused. I kept reminding myself, like, stay focused. I mean, that chicken, that wasn't on my list, but that's okay. The chicken is okay. So yeah, we're just having a wander around and seeing what they have. Yeah, these chocolate capsicums, that were cool. Those capsicum yellow, I know we have one of those plants, and we have a few different varieties of your traditional red greens. They're the sweet corn babies. I thought that was interesting. I've been meaning to actually research to see. I haven't done it yet. It's just now just reminded me. but to see how many baby corns will grow on a plant, see if it's worthwhile maybe picking some of that up in those gaps, in the spaces of my sweet corn field I'm trying to grow. And look at it, we're back in Harris scarves. So I found this now, a reduced chopping board round. I decided not to get it, but I missed that the first time we were in here. But I did decide to beeline, go straight to that picture, because I don't know, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I like that picture now. I want to go back. I will just go get it and walk out. So I did get a little lost, to be honest. I couldn't remember exactly where it was. Oh, there it is. So we're getting this picture and it is coming home. Although I'm not completely happy with that light green, it's definitely grown on me and I'm so happy with it now. It's just, there's not much, like, for what I have in my mind, there's not much really selection out there. But I'm very happy with it. And at the end of this video, you guys will see it all come together. I'm just sorry if you heard my hiccups just then. I'm trying to just do this one voiceover in one go. We are now in Kmart. I believe at this point I dropped Nick. He was driving me around. I dropped Nick and the plants and the picture off at home. So then, yeah, I did. So now I'm driving myself with my car keys. I don't have a handbag. Does any other girl not have a handbag? I hate handbags. I just prefer to like put my purse under my arm, my phone in my pocket, my other hand, and then I just carry my keys around. Or if I have a pocket, I'll put it in my other pocket. Anyway, so you'll see my keys and phones and things because I don't carry a bag. But how beautiful is this bowl, by the way? But yeah, I dropped the boys, the plants. I don't actually, thinking about it now, I did not show the plants. I ended up getting 3 more jalapeno plants, that packet of corn seeds, and that rooster or that chicken. And that's all I ended up at the plant shop. But I'm just looking at all these bowls. I don't need a bowl. Again, we're just looking around, seeing what they have in stock. We get to the Christmas section here a little later, and oh my goodness, the Harris Gas Christmas section was definitely nicer quality. It just was more detailed with their products, and it just felt nicer. But there was so much more it came up, much bigger selection. So here is that wooden board I was thinking of doing for behind the utensil. So now I know I have that floral picture, and it's like a off-whitish base with the pretty florals, the light tones. So now I definitely know that's what I had. It was kind of a little bit easier trying to figure out the other pieces I wanted. But yeah, that chopping board with the black lines, I did not understand why it had those black lines. I did not like them, but I thought you can always use the other side of it. And here, just to try and make my vision come to life, I thought I'd just grab something of a similar color of the base color of the picture, which is a beautiful bulb, by the way. And then I know like the height difference as well, it's kind of hard, and I just thought if I put it down, that's how the board will be up, the picture in front of it, just to try and help me get a vision. It was a little bit hard because I think the bulb was so small, but I was just again trying to do with like the colorway. Absolutely love that bulb. Very tempted to maybe do that as my dinner set, my new dinner set. But that's a whole different time, possibly a whole different video. I don't know. If you guys like this style of video, definitely something different, but I'm definitely in the need of changing up some things in my house. I'm starting to go a little bit crazy, not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, and these mugs, so this is, I was just like weaving in and out of the aisles. They had like Christmas stuff completely random. They did have a Christmas section, and they also had Christmas stuff randomly throughout the store. And these mugs, so that was the last gingerbread mug that I found, and as soon as I saw him I fell in love. So that is for me, and I grabbed the Santa one for Nick. And then this is where I'm like, I wasn't actually focused on the coffee section. My number one was still the whole utensil section, which is also spice jars, which I did want for pinch pots, for salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So I think I end up getting a basket here because I'm like, you know what, I found some more goodies I really want to take home, and I don't have enough hands, and filming as well with one hand, it was a little tricky. So these little pinch pots come in a set of 2, or just little spice canisters. I only need 3, but I decided to get the 4, so like 2 sets of 2, so 4 in total. Yeah, here I go, I ended up getting a basket. So these did come home with me, and we did keep them. The suction on these are incredible, especially for the price tag. There's a thing as well with Kmart. I've noticed some things suction is really good, other things I've bought in the past not so good, and you'll see as well there's small things that I end up buying that is getting returned because the suction was awful, but those little things are great. And this spare one I have because they're glass as well. They're not plastic, they are glass. I've just kept in my drawer because knowing clumsy me, one of them's going to end up breaking one day, and at least I got a spare. Here are the placemats, trying to figure out again a placemat for one under the coffee section and two under the utensil section. I wasn't so focused on the coffee section until I found those Christmas mugs. I think this is what I started to say, and I did get distracted, so I apologize for repeating myself. But my number one priority was the utensil section. But then I thought number two priority, if I could get things cheap enough and within the budget, I would then start on the coffee section. But then turns out I can't get every single item for either section. So I just kind of done a little bit of both. And you also see as we keep going in and out these aisles and finding things, which is coming up soon, I believe, there's this section in my living room, in my lounge room, in this bookshelf. So I got like dark colored couch, which I love because you can't see stains. To be honest, I don't think anything's really spilt on it. I am so clumsy, but we are so paranoid because that was our very first like item that we brought, Nick and I, since we moved out of home. Like, we got a lot of hand-me-down items and things. Oh my god, how gorgeous is this bowl? So this is the bowl that I was thinking to replace my key bowl. So I got this dark bookshelf, right, and a black salad bowl, a black glass salad bowl as my key bowl. And it's just too dark. And then I got the dark lounge. Our carpets are dark. It's just, I don't know, I'm getting over the darkness. How beautiful are these vases as well? I thought on the ends of the TV unit, and then that way I can change out seasonal fake floral decor. Unfortunately, because of Luna, I have to get fake florals, otherwise she just eats them, steals them, grabs them. I'm fighting with her every single day now with my tomatoes ripening up on my kitchen windowsill. She's always getting to them. Anyway, these eucalyptus, I love eucalyptus, but these tops are ugly. I don't know, the plant, I mean, they're fake plants, I get it, but the top of these, like the top little bit, looked really fake. So that's why I was trying to covering it, seeing, I'm like, will it look too silly if I just like cut that off? I was very tempted. I might have even put this in my trolley, in my basket. Yeah, I did. Okay. And that was for in the living room, I think was my idea for in there. See, there's also some things in the basket that we didn't quite go over in the shop. But I did do a haul right at the end of this. Well, not right at the end, but at the end of the shopping trip at least. And then I found these. How beautiful. Oh no, that's right. The eucalyptus wasn't for the living room. That was for the coffee section, or just somewhere in the kitchen. I do want to get some more. Even now, I still want some more greenery and things, but they are going to be fake. But I'm also thinking, see, I grabbed this, right? And this is perfect for, like the holiday season, because it's your gingerbread village on the pots, and it has the gold in the florals, it has gold lining in the pot, and I thought it was nice. It's white, it's bright, it's gold accents, and it still has that greenery, and I just fell in love. I love gingerbread. I think gingerbread anything when it comes to Christmas is my favorite. I'm just got a little soft spot in my heart for gingerbread. So here I am as well, trying to see my vision. So like this gold mat for under the coffee station, obviously the coffee machine. I'm pulling out my mugs just to see if it's like too much on this mat, if it's not enough. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out, so I'm probably embarrassing myself, but it just helps me trying to figure out my vision, and I love it. I love it so much. And this is pretty much, you'll see at the end, but this is pretty much what I ended up doing and how I set it up, and yeah, absolutely love it. So those canisters on the floor as well, they're mine. I don't know why they're on the ground, but I did put them back in my basket. I went window shopping, to be honest, the day before I filmed this video, just to see what they had. All I went to was Kmart, just to see what they had, and they had so many of these plants. I don't know what those actual plants is called. The white, I mean, it's all white, but with the red flowers, not the like the red cranberries, but the one I'm touching here right now. They had so many. This whole rack was full of them, and this was the last one, which I thought was crazy. I was very tempted to get it as well, and then I felt with the back of like my thumb, so I looked and it is cracked, and I'm like, I don't want to pay full price for a cracked item. If that was reduced because of the crack, I probably, depending on how much it was reduced by, a big chance I would get it, because the side of it's going to face a wall anyway, so I could have just turned that to the wall. And there was a clearance bedspread. I was actually looking at that because that's another thing I want to do, is get all new bedding. How beautiful as well are those candy glass Christmas bowls. See what I mean? Like, Christmas was just scattered everywhere. Another thing for in the whole kitchen area is a lamp. We currently leave our light on in our kitchen every night. I'll be honest, I don't like the dark. I don't want to walk out in the middle of the night into the toilet and everything's pitch black. And where our bedroom is and our hallway light switch is, it's on the other side of the hallway. Although our hallway is tiny. Like, we live in a small house. But I don't like the dark. And I don't think Luna likes the dark either. And I don't know. So we leave our kitchen light on all the time. So then there's always some light throughout the night. But our kitchen light, it's like the one switch, but there's 3 different lights. I don't know, in like the light fixture. I don't know exactly how to explain it. So we're having 3 light bulbs on every single night, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I want to get like a little lamp in the kitchen. And this thing was heavy. I was not expecting it to be so heavy. So again, I thought that was beautiful. I would love it. But then I'm also thinking, with the budget, I've now started 2 different sections. Yes, that is still in the kitchen, but it's like a total different area. These candles, by the way, was trending on TikTok and everyone was going nuts. No offense if you have that candle, and if you love it, that's great, but I don't know why it was trending. Those candles look awful to me. And then this is now the main Christmas section. So see these Father Christmases? So we saw them at Harris Scarves, and the detail at Harris Scarves is so much more superior than what Kmart had. I just got to be real right there. But either way, they're still lovely Father Christmases in Kmart too. But I don't know, I feel like Harris Scarves is definitely underrated a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I was just looking at different things. This was beautiful, I thought. I'm definitely a traditional Christmas color girl, like your traditional red and green with gold. I did have blue, like navy blue baubles on my tree last year, and it's just, I don't know why I try to do different colors, because I know deep down I just love the traditional, but I feel like traditional kind of gets boring and repetitive, so I try to do different colors, but I'm just going to be sticking with traditional. We actually don't have a Christmas tree this year. I decided to yeet out our Christmas tree last year because it was just falling to pieces. It was cheap, and we had it for I think 3 or 4 years now. So I thought we can upgrade and get better quality Christmas tree this year. But now it's Christmas time. I'm like, maybe I'll just keep my money and wait till after Christmas when it's all reduced and get like an even nicer one that would fit the budget a little bit more.
Hi, so it's been a few days, 4 or 5 days, and I got my thing set up. I got my thing set up straight away. I don't think I filmed the process. I can't even remember the last thing I filmed. I think it was at the shops. I know I filmed a haul for TikTok, but I don't think I end up filming a haul for this video. But I'll show you guys everything I did buy. I still got these Christmas spatulas. I haven't baked them yet. Same as these tea towels. I haven't taken them out of the packaging yet. Tea towels is mainly for decoration, for when I do Christmas baking, for like videos and photos, more rather than actually using. From Kmart as well, these canister set, I am going to return them. So I got my receipt in the bag. I'm going to go there tomorrow and return them because I know you've got like a couple of weeks to do it. So they ended up being I think $13 or $14, and the suction of those is awful, absolutely awful. But if you see behind me, I got my thing set up. So it's still cluttery, it's not perfect, it's a work in progress, but it's much better than what it was. So I'll show you guys a close-up of that whole area. So this is a close-up of the whole area. So we got our picture, absolutely beautiful. I did have to shove some newspaper up to about here because it was too deep. See if I have it out like this, it was just looked a little silly. So I have shoved some newspaper in there. Still using salt and pepper grinders just because I'm too lazy to grind, but these suctions for these are absolutely perfect. They're so good, and I love having the 3 stacked up. The oil, I do want to get a new oil. I do want to get a new oil because it's silver. I want things to be gold accents, and there is a little crack in it. So it only leaks when it gets filled up to a certain point, but for now it's just still staying on the bench. Whether when we get a new one, if it's going to stay on the bench or if we're going to just pop it up into the cupboard, I'm not too sure. But eventually these will obviously go, and just so much more better. Simpler, easier, less clutter. Now with the coffee station, first of all, how stinking cute are my cups in this pot and everything like that. So absolutely love that. And the gold mat as well. Gold mat's definitely only going to be for the festive time, I think. I don't think that's going to be like the usual thing, so I'm going to have to find something in the new year to replace that. As well as the mugs. I'll talk about the mugs in a minute. But because I didn't end up using the canister, so these coffee pots, we want to get just like a coffee tower. So I knew I couldn't find that locally, so I have to get that online. But again, I want one that obviously fits these pods, but also gold. I am thinking about, because the canning jars, this has obviously been used, which is fine because it's just storing. So we got after dinner mints. We have tea. Nick likes the lemon and ginger, and just your regular English breakfast tea. We do have some instant coffee, and this is the sugar that we use, which is like the sweetener. So it's not actual sugar, but just the sweetener. I think we're just maybe putting some of that in jars, so it's 4, a little bit less clutter. I can still stack 2. I don't know. I probably will do that. But I thought quickly I'll talk about the mugs. So the gingerbread one is mine, the Santa one is Nick's, and they are absolutely adorable. I love it. We just got regular grey mugs up in the cupboard, but just for Nick and I, we got our own cute little personal mugs that's festive. So after the Christmas period, I love that. Like, I love having 2 mugs out. I really want to support like a small pottery business, someone that hand makes their own pottery, and get a unique one-of-a-kind mug for Nick and I that's like different still from each other, but like also blends. So if you know any cool pottery businesses, let me know in the comments below and I'll check that out. I think that's definitely the route I want to go. But yeah, I'm just so obsessed with the Christmas mugs. But speaking of Christmas mugs, still this video actually, I said we're going to do zucchini meatballs. I didn't. The minced meat, it was a 2 kilo pack, so I just separated it into 500 gram packs, and they are now in the freezer as plain minced meat. But I'm thinking about doing a big batch of lasagna. That's going to be a different day, so there's going to be 1 kilo gone from that, so that is all fine. Still want to do zucchini meatballs, just a different day. I have to buy more meat for that. But going back with the coffee things, and what we're going to be doing now is making some sugar-free chocolate sauce. You know, like when you go out and get an iced coffee or an iced chocolate, and have that chocolate drizzle and chocolate on top. I really want to do that. I don't know why I picked up this one, but it was just out. So let's make some chocolate sauce. Alright, super simple recipe. I got saucepan, turning this onto a medium heat. We're going to start with a pinch of salt, half a cup of cocoa powder, 1 cup of sugar. This is our non-sugar sugar, our sweetener. So you can definitely make this just the original version, normal sugar. I'm the one that's adapting the recipe to make it sugar-free for us. So if you don't want it sugar-free, use regular white sugar. If you want it sugar-free, use an alternative like this. And half a cup of cold water. So we just want to mix this so it's combined. And if you're more comfortable, get this all mixed and sorted before turning on the heat, but I was just doing it quick, so that was fine. So you just want to whisk it so you get all of the lumps out and just get it nice and smooth. So now it's nice and smooth. This is quite a thick sauce, but we'll see how it ends up going. I'm gonna now turn the heat up a little bit higher, and we want this to come to a simmer. As soon as it starts to simmer, we'll let it simmer for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then we'll take it off the heat completely. That simmered within seconds. This is why I want to update our utensils, because they're just all broken. Well, they're not all broken, but most of them are broken. So now I'm going to take the whisk off. Just going to pop it into a bowl, because obviously the pot is still going to be quite hot. And this is also a dairy-free recipe, just so then this way it can last in the fridge for even up to a month, apparently. I don't know, I haven't made this before, but according to the recipe in the comments, it should last in the fridge for quite a while. I just mainly want this, just of course that little bit of chocolatey flavor, but just more so that just nice special bougie feel. And now we're going to add in about 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. And this should help us thin it out. Look at that, that's so fun. It's still super thick. I don't know, maybe we'll see how this goes. Maybe next time I might add a little bit more water just for the consistency. But otherwise, that looks really good. So we want to let this cool completely, but I'm just going to, I mean, it's pretty cool already. It's not much to cool down. I feel like with a bit of cream, that will be really, really good. But just so it lasts long and less waste, I'm going to keep it dairy free. And it's going to go in a milk drink anyway. Hello, lady. No, come on. So, let's make a nice coffee. Alrighty, so how I think we're going to do it, I got a smaller jar with our sauce. This is a jar. We just use jars as our glasses, like our cups. I do want to get like a squeezy bottle, but again, I think this is too thick of a consistency for a squeezy bottle. So next time I'm definitely going to add some more water to thin it out. Just kind of want to paint it on, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. For my ice cube trays, this is actually baby food savers. So if you were to make baby food from scratch, this is apparently a good portion, and then it's like this big chunk, but we use it for ice. I use light milk, so we'll fill this up halfway of our milk. I got my coffee there. I'm just taking this sugar, non-sugar thing again, and I'm going to be adding like barely a teaspoon is how much I have. I am not gonna lie, tempted to whip up some fresh whipped cream to go on top as well. Pour that over. Cream, I'm only gonna make a small amount because I don't want too much and it to go to waste. And this is also how I do my sweetened whipped cream for anything. I'm just gonna do a dash of vanilla. And generally it's icing sugar, but this sugar is so light and fluffy. And again, keeping on sugar-free for myself personally, but if you weren't sugar-free, I'll just do a teaspoon. I think that's plenty. If you weren't sugar-free and you don't want to use this, then icing sugar, not your regular white sugar. All right, I'm just gonna whip up with my hand beaters on high for just a couple of minutes until it's all nice and whipped. All right, just like that, nice and thick. So we'll get our coffee back. I mean, the pattern's kind of, it looks like an iced chocolate. Definitely put too much chocolate in there. Now with our cream, I'm just gonna use just a big bit like this because I want to keep some for if Nick wants one. Yeah, this is definitely thick. I will definitely do this thinner next time. And yeah, the main way to thin out this sauce is just to add more water. I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure. But last thing, oh, yum. All right, how good good does that look? And at home, sugar free. I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit. To be honest, it just tastes like my usual iced coffee. You can't really taste the chocolate because I done it more so like just the look, but you can also get your straw and scrape it like I generally do. That is really good. The chocolate by itself was a little bitter, but I thought, again, that's because it's a dairy-free version and it's going in a milky product. And this cream, oh my goodness. A cream with the coffee. Wow. Any other ideas or requests, or especially Christmas recipes, if there's anything that you're like curious about or wanting to see, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.